so much for staying with us, and a special welcome to you on Hot 102 and on the internet at cvmtv.com. Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller gave her eagerly anticipated contribution to the national budget debate in Parliament today. The Prime Minister, though, did not directly discuss the now controversial levy on withdrawals from financial institutions. She told the country that Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips will address the concerns Jamaicans have raised about the budget. More from Dwayne Anderson.
Jamaicans have been feeling uneasy ever since Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips announced a levy on withdrawals from financial institutions. So Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller's address today was anticipated as possibly the figurative tonic to that announcement. Well, she brought tonic, but they were the literal tonic and only served as props for her speech. The Prime Minister indirectly mentioned the issue.
This year, there has been a small revenue package that has been presented by the Minister of Finance. Many concerns have been raised. We have listened. I have spoken to the Minister. We have discussed at the Cabinet. The Minister of Finance is to address the issue or the issues that have been raised when he closes the debate tomorrow. So this will be dealt with tomorrow.
That out of the way, the head of government set about reminding Jamaicans of some of the promises her administration has delivered in the 2 years they have been in power. These were punctuated by what has become some sort of cliché in these debates.
We were seeking to ease the tax burden. So this government reduced GCT from 17.5%, where we found it when we came to office, to 16.5%. Mr. Speaker, that is balancing the books while balancing people's lives. Some 12,000 persons are expected to be employed in the new phase of JEEP this year. Am I right, Minister? Yes. Government and the people working.
Some observers, key among them co-executive director of Capri, Dr. Christopher Tufton, had asked the country's leaders to use the debates to provide Jamaicans with a vision for the future and refrain from blame games. The public can decide if that wish was missing this year.
Perhaps we should call this period, September 2007 to December 2011, the missing years of recent Jamaican history. It is a fact that the country's debt stock grew by just under 70% between September 2007 and December 2011, the missing years. It is a fact that the exchange rate in September 2007 was $70.41 to US $1, and it was $86.60 to US $1 in December 2012. That too was during the missing years.
The opposition has suggested that the Prime Minister and her government reduce the number of overseas trips as a way of saving money. However, the Prime Minister hit back, arguing that the trips are worth it. She pointed to her visit to the European Union, which she said helped her secure monies for the Sugar Barracks housing program.
That is why, leader of the opposition, when I was invited by the leader of the EU, I could not say no. But you know what? Wise leaders cannot just stay home every time.
In fact, the Prime Minister will be leaving on Wednesday for Mexico.
The Mexican president will send his plane to get me tomorrow. And will get me back to Jamaica after the meeting tomorrow night. Perhaps the leader of the opposition should accompany me.
Dwayne Anderson, CVM News.
Meanwhile, the opposition Jamaica Labour Party says the Prime Minister failed to address key issues facing the country during her budget presentation. Opposition leader Andrew Holness said there was a lot of talk without substance, But the Prime Minister has shot back, saying Mr. Holness is not in a position to criticize.
But no substance. I must be frank with you. Listening on as a Jamaican, hoping for hope, nothing was delivered.
What did you want to hear?
We wanted to hear specifically on the energy project. Is that project going through? Yes or no? That's the main thing now on the minds of Jamaicans. That's critical to growth. And that was just left open. We want to hear about the transaction tax. Will this tax be dealt with? We haven't heard a word on that. So it appears to me that the Prime Minister once again has relinquished her authority in these matters.
Mr. Holness says that your presentation was all talk and no substance. How do you respond to it?
No authority to criticize my presentation because as far as I'm concerned, he made none last week.
Okay. All right.